on the WBRZ Sports 2 team. It's the Friday Night Blitz.
Yes, indeed. Welcome into Week 2 playoff edition of the Friday Night Blitz, an abbreviated edition, if you will, alongside Jack Schimmel. I'm Michael Cobble. Bree Andrews tried to sneak in here, but she'll be along in a moment. We're like kind of smoking the bandit tonight, Jack. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there, so let's get right into it. Starting off up in Central, where they were hosting West Ouachita, a little 4 versus 13 action, and the Wildcats come out firing. How about under a minute into the game, Marvin Joseph taking the handoff, the sophomore powering his way in for 6 points, and the Wildcats just out in front. Ensuing Chiefs drive, a play action pass, but this one's going nowhere. We'll give the sack to Caden Loop, and West Ouachita forced to punt. A couple of plays later, Jackson Furman calling his own number, the easy touchdown rush for him. Wildcats out in front 14-0 in the student section. Enjoying what they see. First quarter action still. Central back at it. This time it's Shane Brown getting the handoff, getting the corner, and he is a gone pecan. Nobody going to catch him.
I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one. That's an old one. Just like me. 21-0 Wildcats. How about another Furman dime? Absolutely. Keithon Womack with a great play in the end zone. Another Wildcat touchdown. They cruise to the big win, 45-20. Your final in that one, they are going to host West Monroe next week. Pretty exciting stuff there. Let's keep it going. What do we got next? How about East Jefferson and Catholic? The Bears all over East Jeff in this one. That running clock in the first half. We'll pick it up 6-0, and the missed PAT, really the only thing that didn't go right for them. Rylan Parker gets the 11-yard touchdown, and then it's Baylor Graves connecting with Amari Clayton, working the screen to perfection. 66 yards and in, and it's already 28-0 before the dust even settled in that Memorial parking lot. Still second quarter action now. Kerdog snap to Parker, who hands it off to Graves, who drops a dime to Porter Fourier on the wheel route, and the Bears not looking back. 35-0. It was 42-0 at the break. That would be your final score as Catholic rolls to the 42-0 victory. They will host Rummel in the quarters. How about a scoreboard for you? Or, yep, that's right. We go on the road. The Zachary Broncos falling, getting doubled up north in Ruston, and Walker blanked by Southside over in Lafayette. And they get drilled to end their season.
All right, let's go across the river. Plaquemine lost the first game of the season to Zachary. Since the Green Devils are winners of 10 straight games, they go for 11 tonight, and more importantly, a spot in the Division II non-select quarterfinals. Plaquemine here hosting Opelousas, or hosting Northwest out of Opelousas, excuse me. Opening drive, Nicholas Victorian finds John Walker, the 5th, over the middle. He breaks free for the score, 7-0 Plaquemine. Northwest back up in their own end zone now with the ball. Josh Guillory out of the Wildcat. He is stripped by Bradford Sparks Jr. Green Devils ball in the red zone. A few plays later, here's that guy, that Fans' Choice Award winner, Tyrese Mosby, up the middle for the score, 13-0.
Great balance.
Plaquemine. Second quarter now, Raiders have the ball. Jaden Chavez finds Marquez Davis over the middle for the score. It's now 13-7, Plaquemine.
Got a ball game.
The Green Devils, they answer right back. Mosby, once again, is going to get the handoff, and he's not going to be denied. 21-7 Green Devils, and they win that 11th straight game. Plaquemine winning 49-34. They face Opelousas next week. Over at Olympia Stadium, Landry Williams and his Madison Prep Chargers hosting the St. Charles Comets in a battle of the blue and gold. We pick it up in the second half. Comets trailing 21-0. But quarterback Landry LeBlanc to Noah Tucker, and Tucker is off to the races, getting the Comets back into this one, taking it all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Chargers, they make it tough, though, on 4th and goal. The Comets and LeBlanc, finally, they punch it in to get on the board. They trail 21-6. Next Charger possession, they go to work with their workhorse, also a former Fans' Choice winner, Alfred McKnight, with a nice first down, Then check out quarterback Tylen Johnson. He's going to take the deep shot down the field. And how about those hands after the pump fake on Keon Robinson, pulling this one in between 2 defenders. The Chargers are in business, but Johnson is hawked down by a host of Comet defenders, pushing him all the way back to the 10-yard line. Just gives Johnson, on the next play, some more room to work. Look how he is going to stand in the pocket here. And he dumps it off to Amarin Sanders, There's a touchdown. Madison Prep goes on to win this one 34-20. The Chargers get the winner of this one from last night. 4-seed Haynes hosting 13-seed Istrouma. The Indians with the ball in a scoreless game. Again, this one was last night. And they go for it on 4th down. Frank Alexander throws the deep ball and hits David Johnson, 38-yard touchdown. We haven't seen a lot of that from Istrouma this year. Indians go up 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. Second quarter, Istrouma in the red zone. Trayvon Davis runs it in from 5 yards out, 16-0 after another successful 2-point conversion. Istrouma wins 42-16. The Indians will play Madison Prep in a quarterfinal game next week. How about that, Michael?
That is a good one. A couple other scores to get you caught up on. Some surprising scores on the road. Lutcher falling, Bruley also, and West Feliciana getting doubled up by Franklinton. So the story here tonight, if you played at home, he had some success. He played on the road, a tough going of it. We're just getting started. Jack's going to step away. Bree. Yes, indeed, we roll on with your high school highlights. Bree Andrus joining me now. Bree, we've had teams near and far, but only one local eliminator game, and that was Parkview dropping by Dunham. These two teams met in week 1 of the regular season, and now tonight, this game will end somebody's year. Look how cool this shot is. Just exploding out of the smoke. The Dunham Tigers rolling to that win in week 1. The Eagles looking for revenge, and it looked pretty good for them starting off. How about Jacob Hess with the interception? But this one is, in fact, coming back. Defensive holding brings it back. So Elijah Haven makes quick work of it, slinging it wide to Trevor Hayman, and he's in for the first points of the night. It's 7-0 Dunham just like that. How about a little bit of defense? Check out the wood that Harrison Malik is laying, just splitting the line, and wham! Can I get a big boom? Huh? All right. Wow. Maybe not. Crushing Cale Bonanno in the backfield. Then it's the Eagles' turn. Jackson Beverly with a host of Eagles there to swarm Haven to the ground. So Elijah just says, fine with me. I'll go to the air. And he has plenty of pretty good results. Connecting with Jarvis Washington for the huge gain. Ton of air yards, just as many ground yards. From there, Haven going to do it himself with the 5-yard touchdown run. I'll do it myself. Tigers out in front 14-0. They roll 42-0. They're going to host LCA, who took out Notre Dame of Crowley. Some other scores for you again. Road games difficult for the hometown teams. Gina beats up on Port Allen, and Jules Sumner all over Slaughter Charter.
All right, the Episcopal Knights welcoming in Pope John Paul Jaguars tonight. If you like some defense, this was your type of game. Early second quarter, Jags Blaze Rodriguez rolls to his left towards the end zone, but it's picked off by Knights Carter Guillory to get Episcopal out of a jam and keep the game locked at 0. This one went to halftime scoreless, but on the opening kickoff of the second half, Episcopal kick returner Nathan Sanchez is going to break down the sideline and fight his way through multiple tackles to set up the Knights at the 45-yard line of Pope John Paul. So we go same drive, Episcopal back in business. Running back Reed Chauvin, another fan's choice winner from this season. He finds a crease for the big gain, and he's taken down by the last defender between him and the end zone. The Knights continued to feed Chauvin on this drive. They've done it all year. Why stop now? He'll eventually punch it in for the first score of the game and give Episcopal the lead 7-0. The Knights roll in this one, winning 24-7 over the Jaguars. They'll play Calvary Baptist next week.
Good stuff. When we come back, we're going to wrap up our abbreviated edition of the Blitz. Jack Schimmel will join us, and we'll check in on the lower classification game. Stick around. More Blitz after the break. Back in, everybody. We got a full house to close things out. Jack Schimmel, Bree Andrus, Michael Cobble with you. Let's get it going with a trip out to Point Capee Parish with the Hornets with a great year all season long. Bree, take it away.
Yeah, 14-0 Eagles in the third quarter. Eagles being Ouachita Christian. Their offense back to work. 4th down. They're going to go for it. Jude Turner gets it, but he is dropped by the Hornets defense, so it'll be a turnover on downs on that ensuing drive. They're trying to get on the board, but the QB gonna fumble the ball. So we're going back to the Eagles side of things. And on the first play of the fourth quarter, it'll be Macon Leonard will muscle his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Making points
for sure. It'll be 21-0 at the start of the fourth quarter, and they would just add on to that. Catholic Point Capee would eventually get on the board, but the final score 28-6 Ouachita Christian.
Another scoreboard for you. Let's check it out. Ascension Catholic taking care of business tonight. Big winners there over Opelousas Catholic, 58-13. How about that?
All right, let's go over to Rosedale. The great story of North Iberville. They're hosting General Trask from
Bear
North
country.
Louisiana. First quarter 0-0. First drive for the Panthers. Amani Williams under center. QB keeper. He breaks through. First down, and they're in scoring position. 2 plays later, Williams hands it off to Anton Davis for the touchdown. General Trask, 8-0 lead after the 2-point conversion. On that 2-point conversion, a North Iberville player went down. Injury pretty bad. The game delayed about 30 minutes until he was carted off. We heard it was a leg injury. We hope he is okay. We believe it was Jordell Blaze. Unfortunately for North Iberville, their fairy tale season comes to an end. They lose 38-6.
All right, thanks a lot. One other scoreboard for you, and it is... I don't know those mascots. Here we go. South Plaquemine taking out East Feliciana. Kentwood all over Ascension Episcopal. I'm going to have to get some readers because the font is getting very small on these scoreboards right now. Southern Lab takes care of business over St. Frederick as well. So